Thank you everyone for the bananas in chat. I appreciate it. It lets me know that we are live and that everything is good to go and that you can hear my... Well, actually, you know, you put the bananas in when it's live, then I unmute and start speaking. And apparently, standing still at my standing desk, I've just hit 12,345 steps today. That is my Fitbit goal. So obviously just me standing here and moving slightly is good enough to count as a step. Cool. What a strange way to start the stream. I'm feeling incredibly emotional right now. Pre-stream music was Shine On You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd. I was thinking about long songs because yesterday we had Rapper's Delight and, you know, before a pre-stream, or sorry, before a stream for Hermitcraft weekend, if I'm going first, I think it's kind of cool to build up the suspense of a really cool long song. And so I was thinking, you know, what are the epic long songs I know about? And I thought, well, of course, Pink Floyd, Shine On You Crazy Diamond, absolute classic. I can't tell you the last time I listened to that song the whole way through, and getting into those end parts there, it was really emotional. I was just like, oh my goodness me, it's bringing back memories, like all these feelings. I'm remembering every note again, all these amazing parts in the end of that song. I was thinking, for me, like, music is so emotional. It's like a light bulb going off, and sometimes it feels like the light bulb is cracking, and it felt like that just then, and so I'm just floored. Like, at the beginning of this stream, I'm just feeling all kinds of feelings, and ugh. it'll wear off, I'm sure, as we get into a little bit of normality here. But wow, what a song, what a song. We're going to be working on the castle again. I feel so unprepared now. I was all like in streamer mode a moment ago, and now I'm all in like flabbergasted, kind of all over the place. Did you run the 10k, says Visor? Yes, I did it. And it's another reason I'm feeling a little bit probably woozy right now, is just being exhausted. I got myself a reward, okay, a hot cup of mocha. Chocolate and coffee. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Mmm. So tasty. So warm. But yeah, I did it. I ran the 10k. So about my pace, by the way, did it in just over 45 minutes. I think my previous best was around 50 minutes. So I'm happy with that. Around 5k, 6k, my left leg started to hurt a little bit. And when I say hurt, I know the difference between soreness and like injury. I know when you pull up with something, and I know when your muscles are just being tested a bit, right? And I was getting there. I was getting to that point where I was like, okay, this isn't going away. It's you know, it's probably better now to just ease off, rest and recover and not overdo it. But I was coming up on 8k when I was starting to think about that. It was like 7.5k. So I was like, well, I did 8k last time. Let's do 8k and then I'll slow down. But as I approached 8k, the pains started to go away. And when I say pains, they were yet to become, you know, a proper pain, a proper injury. And I started to get used to it. So I'm just going to experience some soreness tomorrow, I think, is it. And it's not an injury. You know, that's what happens when you push your body. You're gonna feel things come back at you, but you've got to learn the difference between injury and soreness. And I feel like I'm pretty in tune with my body these days. When I first started running, I wasn't, and so for me it was like, I'm running through the pain, and like, I couldn't tell the difference between injury and just soreness, right? Anyway, I got through it, and it was great. It was really good. And at the end of the 10k, I kind of had that feeling like, you know what, I could do more. I've got it in me. I've got the energy. But then I was thinking, well, you also pushed your legs a fair bit, so let's leave it at that. And I stuck to my plan of doing 10k, and you know, I don't know when I'm going to run next, because I wasn't like trying to set myself a goal. And so I think I might do a little bit of cycling over the next week and then just see what I want to do from there. But now that you're 52 years old, you know the difference, says the Hato. Yeah, possibly. I mean, age is a factor, right? But it also depends on lifestyle. this may be slightly anecdotal, but listening to Joe Rogan's podcast and the sort of people he brings on people that have been doing this for 50 years, right? And they have a different opinion on it. And so I've gotten my body into a place I'm happy with, where like, you know, I stretch regularly, do lots of yoga, running, resistance training. Like, I'm hoping to sustain it without injury, you know, like to sustain the healthy aspects of it for as long as I can and keep going. And, you know, I don't know what it's going to be like when I'm 50, but, you know, there are some suggestions from people that do this that you can go a long time keeping up a high level of exercise. So, you know, I won't know until I get to that age, but that's sort of my plan with my fitness, is just to keep it going, keep myself as healthy for as long as I could. Toby says, did you see Rogan's podcast with Courtney Dowwater? That's a great one. Toby, so glad to see you. Let me write down that name, Courtney Dowwater. You see, I went back and watched an old episode with a guest of his recently based on a recommendation, and it was really worth doing. I have this propensity, I find, to always want to like watch something new and look out for something new. There's loads of great stuff out there that's been done years ago, you know, movies and cinema and all sorts of stuff. So it's just about finding out what's good and worth checking out, right? So I will check that one out, as love listening to podcasts. Will you post Minecraft dungeons on your second channel, says Baron Hoodie? Well, I was trying to get something going, couldn't get something going for multiplayer, and I can't get dungeons on my computer, and I haven't had any help in getting it. So at the moment, I'm just, you know. Double Dutch says you are not 50. Right, I'm not 50. The point I was saying is you can be 50 and have never done a day of exercise in your life, and of course it's going to be sore. I don't know what someone who's 50 telling me that exercise is sore means for their lifestyle. Like, what have you eaten over the years? How much exercise did you do? What sorts? There's so many factors. And from what I'm understanding is that you can get to that age and sustain a level of fitness if you're doing the right things and you've done it consistently over the years, you know. Toby says, I think you'll like it. She's an ultra endurance runner winning multiple 100+ mile runs. Really humbling person. Oh, I will like that, because I find that so inspiring. I remember watching this documentary on Netflix of a guy who ran like 50 miles in 50 states. They're called Ironmans or something. It's like you do a triathlon, and he did it 50 days in a row in 50 states, and it was just, I was just so floored by it. I wanted to do my own little push myself thing, and what I did is I ran 5.5 Ks 5 days in a row. And I'd never ran like that before, and man, it's so weird. Like, the second day, your legs are like screaming, and then the third day, they're still screaming, but not as much. And then all of a sudden, by like day 5, it's all actually like, oh, I could keep doing this. This isn't so bad. It's fascinating how your body works. I don't know why I wandered back down here, but no surprise, you know, I'm waffling. I've got all this energy in me to let out to all of you. Let's see. FC Gods talking about wishing you had more energy there. I mean, I won't read the whole message. Dude, like, if you're lacking from energy, there are certain things you can do that you get in order, and you can surely improve. Getting sleep, learning about sleep, getting your 8 hours. Sleeping right, not associating the place that you sleep at with other things. That would be one of them. Diet, incredibly important. And regular exercise. You know, if you pick up something, maybe if you're older, something like swimming or cycling is better, but if you do it consistently, you will improve your cardiovascular, and you will then find like your energy levels will rise a little bit. It's basically, you know, you've got to optimize your experience as a human, and you do it by keeping it in shape. And when it's in shape, it's going to be more efficient with its energy. It's kind of hard to explain. Ali says you don't have to run crazy distances to be healthy. 20 to 30-minute runs 2 to 3 times a week will keep you healthy. You can run, I think you can get away with less than that. It depends on what your lifestyle is like and what your objective is, right? I'm really struggling to do anything other than talk at the moment. I keep dropping down here to grab something and then forgetting. I was running, 10 to 15 minutes for like quite a few months in a row, and it seemed to have kept my cardiovascular in shape because I've just jumped straight back over a couple of weeks into running a 10k. So, it can be sustained. Good health can be sustained on less, it would seem. At least that's my, that's anecdotal though, isn't it? But I think you don't have to do as much as you would think. It's just you have to get there first, and then you have to be consistent. That's the other thing. Like a lot of the time, health and fitness is sort of seen as something I'll do for now, and I'll get healthier, and then I can stop doing it, which is not it. It's a lifestyle. You have to keep it up. Okay, this seems to be working. We seem to be putting everything in the right spot, the right way around so far. So I'm going to just stick with this. Now I need to read my noises in the ear, right? So we are going to place these blocks and then start reading them. Because I am so far behind, it is redonkulous. I just really want to get the texture stuff right here. Cool. Lavid says, how do you feel about Mike Tyson's return to boxing for charity? Joe Togan talked about this on his podcast with Tom Pava. I didn't know it was for charity, but I heard that he was making a return, and that was interesting. I actually then spent some time watching some old Tyson fights, and like watching him knock people out is just like being hit by Mike Tyson. That just looks like one of the most powerful punches ever. But one thing about boxing and violence and people striking at each other, both people in the sport are agreeing to do it, right? Like that's one thing you got to keep in mind when watching something like that. I'm not particularly a fan of violence, but in the context of sport, if people are agreeing to do this to one another, then it becomes more about I don't have a bed on me. Where have I left my bed? I haven't put it somewhere else. Have I put it in here? Huh. Don't know where my bed is. Did we plop it down around the corner and leave it there? Yeah, look, my memory's serving me okay. Yeah, when it comes to boxing, I just think like if two people are agreeing to this, I can't see the harm in it, even though obviously they are getting hurt. But it's not like violence. It's not like, someone's fighting someone else to get something from them, to impose themselves, or to resolve a conflict. It's a sport in that context, right? Okay, noises in the air. I said we'd do it. We're getting off topic again. Immediately. We'll talk about lots of stuff today, apparently. Seems that my brain is in that mood. So, we had pre-stream subscription from Glyph892 for 7 months, Sigma Squared for 2 months. We got RZA Jams for free, Shoep for 2, RIP Minecraft with the Prime, Purple Glitches here for 2 months. And we got Inquisitor's Wiz with the Prime, Entity Cramming for 17 months, Madden Chan for 7, Joshuano 21, RBCC S123 with the Prime, Blue Bottle 77 for 44 months, my goodness me. Kay Schultz is here, Mickey's Gun for 16 months, and Lady Gecko for 2 months. Mickey's Gun, I have no idea what you were asking me about. I've never heard of that, so no opinion, I guess. Sniper 1974 is gifting a sub to Villic 3504. Thank you for gifting the sub, dude. Appreciate that. We got JB8520 for 4 months saying, hey X, today is my birthday and I'm so happy I get to watch you. That is awesome, dude. So good to hear. Happy birthday from me. And how about chat? You know what to do, right? Break those Twitch servers. Let's get some happy birthdays in chat. Stino112 for 22 months. Angus Fenton with the Prime. Jewish Saiyan has subscribed. Grayson is here for 2 months. Z1 Archon Topaz with the Prime, and I'm all caught up in the noise in the ear. So thank you ever so much for your tremendous support as always, people. And let's get right back into it. I saw a message whiz off my screen about boxing saying that someone did it. for a while, and there's no animosity, but you can get injured. From what I've heard about, like, those sorts of sports, yeah, injury, like, it's the whole brain injury thing. Like in football, when you head the ball, in egg-shaped handball, all the tackling, and, you know, players getting their brain rattled inside of that cage, like, it's a huge thing. Like, if you... brain injury is, like, real, and if you bang your head, and you're doing that in a sport on a frequent basis, like, it's long-term not sustainable. And obviously boxing, I mean, a common example would be the health of Muhammad Ali in his final days, like, well, final days, I think years maybe, I don't know the specifics. The classic thing is people just point to how he talked and how it was, like, clearly related to all of the punches to the head he had received over his time. Egg-shaped handball, LeMayo rugby. No, that's rugby's a bit different. Egg-shaped handball is the one with all the padding and all the helmets and all of that stuff, first and down and all that. You know, that's egg-shaped handball right there. That's what I call it, you know. Okay, I guess I should have left some of that scaffolding up because we need to do it from the other side as well, right? These two over here get to stay, so we're almost finished with this little bit here. I kind of feel like it might be fun to do some of the interiors in a little while. Well, I did have some other stuff on the list. Gridiron, says Larrenkin. Yeah, that's its actual, like, technical name, right? Everyone just calls it American football. We got noises in the ear from Mr. Chris Civ. And Paradoxical 1998 with the Prime. We've also got Nightmare Spring with cheers and bits. No message of that one. And Spriggan the Dryad is here with cheers and bits saying, hey X, what is your opinion? Ooh, little bit of an inhale there. What is your opinion on the energy drink substitutes such as G Fuel? Oh, you should know my opinion on this stuff right now, okay? By now, sorry. Maybe you've never heard me waffle on about it. Maybe it's just been some time since I waffled on about it. Those energy drinks are garbage. I hate to say it. If you're into drinking Monster and Red Bull, kick them out of your diet. They are... They're terrible. They're full of additives and extracts and leftovers from other products. Like, they have to take caffeine out of a lot of products. And these energy drinks came about in the 90s when they realized that they could take those energy drinks and with marketing that they could package them as like energy drinks, right? I'm full of energy, right? I ran a 10K. I'm going to spend the rest of my day cleaning, cooking, getting on the treadmill. Right, and all of that energy comes from exercise, diet, and good sleep. Okay, it does not come from energy drinks. You can get energy from carbs and things like that, but they're much more applicable. I.e., you're a top-level athlete, and you're pushing your body to the limits, and you need glucose coming in. There are drinks, there are things that can give you that. But these, you know, energy drinks are mostly garbage. And I find it so sad to see it accepted into like gaming culture and stuff. Like, is G Fuel gamer fuel, right? Sitting on your bum at a computer, alright, you don't need... Have a cup of tea, you don't need energy for that or anything. It's just so... Asuma is never getting a G Fuel sponsorship. If you ever see me with a G Fuel sponsorship, I have sold out, ladies and gentlemen. I have sold my soul for money. We got Salty Hammerland here for 3 months. Mr. Dead Pyro has subscribed. And we got cheers and bits from Nakunade Dragon saying, hey X, I proved to my co-workers I wasn't hallucinating the other morning with the wasp on my shoulder. I found it this morning. But how do you know it was the same wasp? It could be why am I up here again? I've got no clue what I'm doing. I'm unable to concentrate. It's a waffle stream. It's a waffle stream. If tea was a monster, how many cans would you drink in a day? If tea in a can, if it was like literally brewing a hot cup of tea, you know, if it were identical, I didn't have to, you know, do all of that, then I'd have several cans a day, I guess. You need a tea sponsorship. Yeah, I'd love to. I've tried reaching out to a couple of companies and whatnot of like products that I use of theirs that I would be happy to promote for other people, but I don't know if I just don't have the business mind for it, or for some reason I can't get anywhere, but I can't get sponsorships. You know, I've tried all that and it just never goes anywhere. The one time I did manage to get somewhere with a company though, they were blatantly like just trying to rip me off. Because I know the worth of an advert in a YouTube video, and I think they were just, yeah, trying to get cheapest chips. At least it's not Raid Shadow Legends, says Let Me Join. I got no interest in that game. Right, so around the side here, I had something picked out quite different for this originally, this little bit here. I'm wondering if we can bring about that oak and birchwood sort of fade upwards into this area. Might just help if I get further away. So it's like, now that's where it looks better, I think. It's 1, 2, 3 like that, and then the marble stuff up top. So color balance from this angle looking really good. We're gonna do that again up there and possibly in that area. And then I think from this angle it's pretty much complete. Maybe a little bit more marble exposed under that area might look good. I keep calling it marble, don't I? So this little thing right here could be marble, potentially. We could just decide to do that with marble, which I think could look really good. And then that's going to be birch. So the only other side we really have to address is this one. Turn GUI scale down, please. I have to have it like this. I can't stand like small things on the screen. I like everything to be big and easy on the eyes. I just don't like squinting, you know. So I keep all my GUIs big and fonts big and stuff like that. We got a donation here, noise in the ear from Ramuko, saying most of the energy drinks only give us stuff like caffeine or similar products. They're like a drug that activates your brain for a few minutes, then you crash like a sugar rush. The effect is very short and not beneficial, even addicting. You were totally right, it is addictive. It's not just caffeine and stuff, like there's loads of additives in there as well, but yeah, you're totally on it. They're terrible things to consume on a regular basis. I mean, even like, what is its application? I understand the application of like glucose and Lucozade and whatnot, but those energy drinks, like the application is even more narrow. I use caffeine. When I use caffeine, it's usually on a long drive home from Download Festival or from some other festival, right? Then I will have several cups of coffee to make sure I'm nice and alert. But that's about it, because I'm aware of it, you know, being addictive and whatnot. I'm drinking some right now and it's gorgeous. Ryan Charles says, I feel like I'm being called out for drinking Coke right now. Well, I'm not calling anyone out on it. Maybe I'm being a bit too passionate with the way I'm talking about it. Like, I used to drink those energy drinks and I used to drink Coke and Fizzy and all this. It's just education. Like, they do taste great, I will say, when you're used to drinking them. Having not drunk stuff like that for so long, I'm not even tempted to drink fizzy drinks. I am well and truly tuned out from them. And the other day when I ordered a pizza like a month ago, it came with a can of Fanta, and I sort of went, oh, go on then, treat yourself. And I drunk a little bit of it, and I was just like, oh, this is just too much. There's just all this crazy flavour coming my way. Like, I can't cope with it. And I drank about half the can, and I was like, yep, never going to drink it again. That's good for me. If it looks like I'm doing nothing in game, I'm very slowly getting my way through the things that we have to do. We need to go get those blocks. Purple Twirtle says, do you drink alcohol at all? I don't. I feel the same way about alcohol. It's just poison. Like, it is, you know, it can be classified as poison. It's doing zero good to your body, and you're having an allergic reaction to it by getting drunk. Now, obviously, it has some uses for like social lubrication and whatnot, but I don't want any of that. It doesn't work for me. I can't drink. I don't like it. And I haven't drunk in many, many years. And I don't think I'll ever drink again. What are we looking for here? I thought it would be in one of these shulker boxes. We had a load of brown. Maybe it's actually in my ender chest. Let's check our... No? Where did I put all the brown blocks that we harvested? I feel like it should have definitely been, unless I left them over there. How about kombucha? It's got a little bit of alcohol in it, says Axel Van Dyke. Oh, does it now? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because it's probiotic and fermented sort of thing, and sometimes you have fermented stuff that'll have alcohol in it. Yeah, I don't avoid it like that religiously. I just, you know, occasionally I cook with some cooking wine that goes in with the meat or something. Like, I don't mind using a little bit of it like that, but not drinking for the sake of intoxication. That's not for me. Left them next to the castle, says Ethan. I don't think I did. But anyway, I found them now. I must have decided to put them away. So this might be a little bit bold here, but I can't help but feel this might be a structure to convert, this sandstone right here. So we do that going up to a certain height. Or it might be a bit aggressive. I'm not sure. We'll play around with it. Over on this side, this wall here can become a part... Well, it's actually already part of the same structure, right? So let's do that. So we'll have a little gap here where you can just see that it is part of this now. Is there sand above you? No. Ugh. Well, I'm going to fill that in anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X, you're treating alcohol as if there are two hard limits of sober and drunk, which is not the case for everyone, says Tuxaban. Possibly, yeah, possibly I'm looking at it like that, but you know, like not even just drunk, just tipsy or having a drink. It to me, it's bad for your body. There's no measurable good. Although you do hear stories of like a glass of wine is good for your heart or something every now and then. My own experiences of it just make it this way for me, right? Like, that's just how I look at it because of my experiences with it and other people like around me. So for me, it's just like, it's just a negative thing. And I don't like the culture of alcohol as well. I don't like the whole sort of like binge drinking and talking about getting messed up. Like, it's a really weird thing, if you think about it, to embrace like self-destruction and sabotage in such a way. Like, you know the whole thing, oh, I was so messed up I couldn't walk or whatever. Like, it's not great in the slightest to hear that. Anyway, my inventory is full of blocks, isn't it? Let's grab a shulker box and chuck some things into it. Alcohol is technically a narcotic, no, says Stabbington. Well, isn't narcotic a word for drug? I mean, and then it's maybe more specifically, narcotic means a specific type of drug, I'm not sure. I mean, that's the thing, like, in society, alcohol gets treated like some sort of necessity. I was hearing a story about how during lockdown, like, liquor stores were allowed to be open but churches weren't or something. And I was just thinking, that's mad that, like, liquor stores get prioritized to be open during a lockdown. Just, like, what? I'm not speaking in terms of, like, I should tell other people what to do. I'm trying to make it clear, this is just from my own experience with this stuff, right? Adams says, if alcohol was discovered today, it would be illegal with other stuff. Well, it might do, it might not. I think the way to look at it is to realise that there are industries behind things. There used to be an industry for hemp back in the day, and that kind of got, you know, destroyed by the alcohol industry, I think. It's been a while since I've engaged with that, but there's a lot of, like, documentation on the forces behind legislation and how smear campaigns were run against industries because they were competing with one another. And so, like, cannabis and marijuana, those have a component to their history of industry and how, you know, industries would fight to change the perception of these drugs, as we now call them, right? And again, the point being that people don't often look at alcohol like it's a drug. And then again, the definition of drug can be really, really varied. Like heroin is a drug, right? So's caffeine. Obviously, there is a degree of difference between different types, which is important to consider. But just the historical angle of like how public opinion on these things was shaped by industry. That's what I find fascinating and interesting. Right, let's get to those noises in the ear. And now I've messed up my stream because I tabbed to the wrong thing. There we go. Peeps, I have a whole bunch of windows open on my screen when I stream, and sometimes you gotta shuffle over to read the noises in the ear and it all goes wrong. Appropriate Joker is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Minecraft with Mitch is here for 10 months. Being Choir Boy is here for 38. We got Kirby 1997 for 3 months saying, how's missing out on live music like Download Festival impacting you? Do you attend small gigs too? I used to in my youth go to all the like local stuff. I've looked back on that very fondly, of all the local bands we used to go and watch together as a group, like travelling to the local towns and just being like completely skint, but just being in the like the scene was just so much fun. I look back on that very fondly. I've still got like loads of like bands demo tapes and all that kind of stuff, and I listen to it on occasion. I'm doing all right with it. I'm accepting the situation, and I feel like I'm putting my energy into Hermitcraft mainly as a way to deal with it. I'm a bit bummed out about missing downloads and other festivals, but and I'm not dwelling on it too much. Because it does. I do feel sad about it in moments, but I try to let those things pass. And just focus on the moment. Apparently I threw my axe on the ground. My axe is here. And with only one message saying that, I'm going to guess maybe you saw what I did or something. I'm liking this so far. This feels like a good way to approach. I just feel like it might be too much brown all in one place, so we might need to balance it out with something. We didn't really find something to mix it up with. What I am noticing is that there is a too wide bit here. That might be the more appropriate. That old thing. That's the first time we've encountered that building, that feature, or that block. We can, if we want to, use that texture in this build maybe. Like, that might be the way we get a little bit more out of what we're building, perhaps. Anyway, we're going to leave that there. I'm going to drag this down over here. By the way, I've got another interesting drink with me today, because I finished my mocha. I have some like electrolytes juice, right? So after you do like a long cycle or a long working out session or a run, your muscles can be drained of what they call electrolytes, like little, I don't know what they are really, but they're for your muscles, right? And doing activity consistently, like running, drains some of them. Anyway, it's probably going to sound a bit weird. I'm going to mute. Nomi C says alcohol used to be illegal in America, but it meant people were making alcohol at home and ended up being less safe and then having it legal. Yeah, and a whole bunch of crime was tied into that as well. It made big crime families and industries emerge. Learning about that part of history is really fascinating. What they call it? I forget what it was called. But I believe it was like a woman's movement that initially wanted to get the alcohol prohibited. Was that it? Probation? Was it called the probation or something? Prohibition? Lizzie Best says prohibition. That's it. Yeah, prohibition. It's a really fascinating period of American history to learn about, because it's a moralistic idea taking charge of people's ability to do or not do things in society, and it pretty much going all wrong. Temperance, says Fire Chief. That's the name of the movement, isn't it? Yeah, the temperance movement. And it's just, yeah, again, it's just a really fascinating thing to learn about. I think what might help break up this bit is if we make the windows really big. That might deal with the problem of having too much brown in that area. And we'll experiment with putting some of the different coloured brown blocks above and below the windows, perhaps. So now we need glass, and I don't think I have any glass with me. So we'll take, we go over to there, we pick up 2 blocks, we come over here, it's super slow, whatever. It's not really what streaming's about. It's half of what we're doing. We're doing a little bit of that and then we're chatting a lot. We just got to accept it. It is what it is. I should also chuck away some of these blocks that we are... Maybe not those ones. Maybe not those either. Yeah, just a few things like... I'm not using white concrete right now, so... Let's be smart. We're going to need more of that again later on. And... that's probably pretty trim. Pretty trim. E30 Birdie has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing here. And we got a sub bomb, by the way, which I'm going to read out in a minute. So we just picked up more glass panes. Let's go for 1, 2. I'm going to bring it down to that level. Now, what I could do here is that. And do that again here. Oh, you know, I've got a feeling it's not going to look so good, but we try and we learn. Go on. Go on. Yeah. Sand block. Am I standing on a slab? No. Another thing is mobs can spawn all over this building. It's not spawn proof. I'm fine with it. I really think they should add a beacon to spawn proof things. That would be such a cool way to give players more control over some of the annoying things you have to accommodate for in this game, right? Okay, that would be a finished wall section. So we'll hop down here, run over there, jump about, turn around. Kind of works. I'm a little surprised, but I think that almost works. It kind of screams for a little bit more shape, I think. And there's a great way we can actually break up this monotonous looking slab of brown colour. And the way that we do that is with something that we don't have to hand. And I'm a little surprised. So we don't have a chest over it. Oh my god, I'm going to have to go back over there again. Again, let's just double check. Didn't I have another shulker box? No, that's it. Oh. Go over here, grab a block, fly over there, place it down, turn around, fly back and get another block. Okay. Not in these, not in those, not in that one. None. Apparently, where did I put them? I must have some. Ah, oh, I got no marble. I've lost my marbles. Right, I guess we need bone meal then to achieve the next. Ooh. Yeah, we need some bone meal now. I really feel like I've misplaced a shulker box. Not in those either. Maybe I put it in there. Ah, I put it in there. Yay, we found them. That's good. That's good. Iskau is streaming after me, HB. No ZF today, I believe. I think ZF has only ever done Saturdays, right? I haven't inquired as to what ZF's schedule's like, but he doesn't do all of these days. I'm actually going to take these back. Let's conserve our materials, and when we're doing interiors, it gives us, you know, a little bit more flexibility, that is. So I feel like that just brings in that material again, and yeah, okay, that's shaping up real good. Let's drink some more of my my electrolytes. I need to guzzle this down before I get on the treadmill again. Alright, we got Michaelis91 gifting subs to the community. Thank you so much for supporting our community. Tanner, Vastium, Sofan Samir, I love to Ace Die Alive. I feel like I'm missing it. I love Toasty Live. Oh, there it is. I love Toasty Live. Wartle Gamer, Jimicacious 97, Sarah here, Fire GB, the new chapter, Lahar version, and Merdincy. I'm probably butchering that one as well, but thank you, Michaelis, for supporting our community with those subs. Appreciate it. Joe Mama says, I drunk 4 litres of water every day and I feel amazing. Yeah, sounds to me like you're probably addressing some sort of deficit in your diet, right? Like you needed more of that and now you got it and now you feel good. And congratulations, by the way. What I want to do, Congratulations on drinking water. I mean, earlier I was talking about all these different things you can do, right? Diet, sleep, exercise. Hydration is another one. Getting your hydration right. They all add up. All these little things, they add up to feeling better. And I've been deep into it for years. It's kind of like I'm used to doing all of these different things, and they just continuously add up. And then you get to a point where you can, run a 10k or whatever because of it. Anyway, when I waffle on about all this health and fitness stuff, all I ever want to do is encourage and motivate others to give it a try. That's why I waffle on about it so much, because it's been so life-changing for me, and I hope it can just be life-changing for other people as well. Okay, so over here, we now will do that, and as you can see, it all lines up perfectly, so we can have a tall window either side of this opening. And then I think what we'll do for the opening is bring it down, to about there. So, actually, I don't know. What about there? No, it looks better higher. Now, this also means that I have to replace this many blocks. Oh, these mushroom blocks are silly. There we go. Right, and then this one comes off, and then that one comes off, right? Oh, you fly down there, do you? Well, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Yeah, look at that. I think that's terrific. Now, do I want to change the color of that bit? Let's think about this. It is potentially changeable to, I think, oak. So if we just, like, oak is at that ridge, and then above. Right, so we go oak, and then we go birch in that little space. That actually needs to be done. I should chop down some more birch trees and get some oak log. That's our next objective. So, there's the oak. Where be the birch? We've got to get the saplie. We've got to get the supply of saplie. Also, I'm going to plop this down on the ground. I think we're done with the brown blocks for now, so they can go in there, is what I'm thinking. And I'm not using quartz. Don't know why I didn't notice that earlier. X, can you talk about your music blogs as I'm a musician? Yeah, there might be less articles coming your way because I've been really getting into Deep Space Nine. I can't stop watching it now. I can't stop watching it. It's so good. I used to watch a lot of TVs and shows when playing Minecraft, and then I kind of transitioned to listening to a lot of music while playing, and now I'm like transitioning back. Right, we got noises in the ear. We got Spriggan the Dryad, with cheers and bits saying, do you think using G Fuel is acceptable to help get off Monster and stuff, since I've been drinking at least 2 a day since I was 12, and now I'm 18 and my body is definitely feeling the effects as it is a drug technically. Dude, I tell you, man, chugging 2 of those down a day for 6 years, that's gonna wreak havoc on you. But you can turn it around. I do not think you should use G Fuel as a substitute. I don't know the differences between Monster Energy and G Fuel. I'm under the impression that they're similar types of product. Here's what you want to do with drinking. You want to be able to just drink water, something simple like tea if you need a bit of flavour. Things beyond that, then you're looking at, they've got more than what you necessarily need. So if you're going to have fruit juice, for example, you've got to realise that that's additional calories. But, if it's properly freshly squeezed and it's not substituted flavours and additives, it's relatively healthy, right? But it's a part of your diet. If you chugged, orange juice, freshly squeezed orange juice all day long, that'd actually end up being a lot of calories. So that's why I'd recommend like transitioning to water. But obviously, right? Obviously, it's gonna suck from drinking these drinks that give you a buzz and you're kind of like hooked on and all that. There's you should try and do different strategies, right? You should always be trying something to get to that better place. That better place being where you don't drink those things. That's what you want. That's what you're after. It can be hard to get there, but the strategy that I go with for a lot of stuff when it's like I want to do this thing, but it's going to be difficult to get there or whatever, is to embrace the fact that it sucks. That just kind of works for me. Like, the more I endure the suckiness of it, I do actually get used to the suckiness of it, and then eventually that suckiness goes away, right? That was what it was like when I first started running. It sucked. It was like, oh god, this is awful. But you have to like, kind of embrace that, and then the better thing is on the other side, right? That little detail there, it ain't so. And I'm going to mirror it here, and then we're going to go grab 2 brown blocks, which of course I just put away. You know, of course I just put them away. I've got my bed, so we'll sleep in it. And there are other strategies as well, right? Like you know, if you're drinking 2 cans a day, go down to half a can, right? And then try and winch yourself off of that. I've done that strategy before as well with things, is just like minimizing the amount you're eating, consuming, whatever it is you're doing, and trying to gradually get somewhere. In fact, most of the stuff I've done, to be fair, is gradual, but it's also like embracing the suck. It's not like I'm going to go for a run for the first time and do a 10k and embrace how much it hurts. Like, not like that. It's I think it's just the attitude of embracing the fact that it's difficult and it's uncomfortable is really important, because there are so many things in life that are going to be uncomfortable and difficult. And if you can like prepare yourself mentally for that and just be like, right, I'm going to get through this, that becomes like a really valuable asset that like helps you with other things as well, not just the thing you think it's helping you with. As someone who drank energy drinks for 20 years, it can be rough getting away from them. It was the energy you thought... Oh, I didn't get to read all of that, but yeah, man, drinking them for 20 years, that is going to be rough on your body. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, says Gorks Glam. Yeah, that's a great quote right there. That's a great quote. Sorry if that sounds annoying in any way. Some people hate those sort of sounds, right? Some people love them, or the old ASMR. You can probably find a video of someone chugging down a drink in the ASMR world. Zumbledag is here subscribing. Fishy is here with the Prime. We got Winking Wing for 2 months. And Arani231 is here with the cheers and bits saying, hi X, much enjoy your work. Question, what mod are you using to show coloured shulker boxes? Love from Ireland/Germany. Awesome. Thank you ever so much for the cheers and bits. I'm using what's called the... I think it's called Shulker Box Viewer. It's a fabric mod. That's the one that I use. I think there's several of them though. I tried a few of them and this is the one that I gravitated towards the most. Right, we've got to go... Did I ever plant those saplings? I did. I wasn't that awful in my distraction, you know. I did do something right. Salaxus is here with a donation with no message. Well, thank you ever so much. I appreciate the donation and the support for the channel. W. Osley is here with the Prime. We got Shax Unicorn with the Prime. Reyes Cola also with the Prime. The original E-Histor. Not with the Prime, just with a regular subscription. Well, thank you ever so much. We've got Sigma Squared here gifting a sub to Megas5. Thank you ever so much for supporting our community with a gifted sub. That is very kind of you to do so. And we also got Offsourcer here with a donation saying, I really appreciate these rants about lifestyle and exercise, etc., as they got me to start changing my habits. Dude, thank you so much for the donation. I'm always really glad to hear when me waffling on has been of help to someone else. That's all I ever want it to be, you know. It's really good to hear, so thank you ever so much. Jake Gilly says, what healthy food do you eat, Asuma? Eating healthy is like, you know, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. I eat like 3 to 4, probably more like 4 to 5, 3 to 4 pieces of fruit, you know, banana, kiwi, apple, occasionally some oranges, and quite often do I have frozen raspberries or blueberries defrosted with some porridge. That's my favourite right there. Oof. And we got XP Crafted with a sub bomb. Gifting subs to Lewis Longbeard, Ace Cliffy, Trevor for the win, HB5052, and Wavesight. XP, my man, thank you so much for supporting our community again. Appreciate you doing that. Appreciate you doing that ever so much. There's a little bit of insightfulness in chat. Sugar is like a drug. You can have withdrawals from sugar. Yeah, that's yeah, sugar is quite an addictive... I mean, you got to be careful with the word addiction, right? Because there are different ways of looking at it, like physiological, mental addiction. You know, I don't know fully which one it is. There are conflicting opinions on it, but I think the way to look at things is like personality-wise sometimes is more useful. Because I think I have an addictive personality. I'm very like structured and routine with the things I'm interested in. Is that like 1 block higher than I think it is? So like perhaps my addiction is playing on Hermitcraft every day, right? Like I feel like my life is probably like quite repetitive in some ways, and I like that. I like that sort of sense of structure and routine, and maybe that makes me have like an addictive personality. I'm not a psychologist. It's just my own theory on it, right? So yeah, when you have withdrawal from something, perhaps it's your personality that can make it difficult to deal with that withdrawal. But yeah, it does seem like, you know, given the modern diet has so much sugar in it and people have so much trouble getting away from it, it's obviously on some level physical as well. Aren't all addictions mental? Says nice Gary Go. I think some have been pretty much proven to be physiological. You know, like it doesn't matter what you think, your body is going to scream at you that it wants this substance. That can happen. I believe heroin is an example of an addiction on that level. Right, my cat left me a present outside my door, says Millie Auckland. Oh, that doesn't sound like a present though. That literally doesn't sound like a present. Let's get some more of this stuff. Oh, we might actually have enough. 31 blocks might be enough. By the way, thoughts on this? I feel like the balance is good over here. The brown bit does look a little bit off, but it's nice to have some contrast in there as well, right? In fact, of all we've done, we probably could swap out the brown for something else, but we're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with it. So we're going to change 2 more bits of this build, and then it's going to be finished, I think. And then we go to interiors, which will be fun. So coming over here, I think I'm going to go with this. So this is going to get ripped out. Yeah, 41 blocks probably won't be enough here. Oh, it also kind of looks like this is now like stuff on the inside that you won't actually see. So we can shave a few blocks here, I think. And yeah, I'm just going to open it up so there's a floor here now. Okay, there we go. And I think when we do this little bit, we'll also do that block. Yeah, look at that. Details. If anyone ever flies by here, they'll be like, look! Look under that bit of glass. Even that block's marble. I love calling it marble. Right, yeah, we just got to mirror that on the opposite side. I'm not sure if we got enough blocks for it or not. How many did we have? Was it 30 or 40? One, two, three, 4. There we go, opening it all up. And now I've got to hop from here to there. Right, we got I Love O Axea with the Prime and Discmocken 7. Discmocken? I'm butchering these names, but thank you ever so much for your support. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. Are you excited to explore the Basalt Delta in the upcoming update? Yeah, I'm super excited for that biome. I love it. I think I might try and do a project in that biome. Yeah, I really hope we as hermits as a group end up playing in the Nether together. That's going to be like a lot of fun, I think. But playing on your lonesome in there. I mean, I always like playing together, right? But the communal areas are really fun. I just think it'll be a real opportunity to do some cool stuff together. Yeah, that looks terrific right there. And so we've got one more bit to do, which is going to require probably some more birch. So we'll chop down a few more trees, and then we'll be finishing the exteriors off. It's exciting. We got a noise in here from Odin's Dreads with cheers and bits, saying your brain likes signals from the body that stimulates it. The more that the signal wears a rut in the brain, the stronger the habit and the addiction. Yeah. Yeah, that could be why I like exercise and stuff so much, right? Like I like the rut I got my brain into. Thank you so much for the cheers and bits. Appreciate it. Tell us about your day, X, says Quirky Swan. I've already been talking about my day a lot earlier in the stream, but if you weren't here earlier, I ran a 10k this morning. I was very happy with it. I did get a little bit of like... It's very difficult to describe the pain. It's not like a sharp pain, a shooting pain. That's usually a bad sign. It's just like achiness in certain muscle areas. And I know that's the kind of stuff you can endure. So I had a bit of a push through from about 5 to 7k, and then it eased off, and I was actually starting to think, okay, we'll do 8 and that's it. But then we got pushed through and got to 10. Do you like the MCU, says Patrick? I've got no idea what the MCU is. Why don't you put a little texture at the roof with brick? Oh, I've tried to put bricks in this build. It's too contrast heavy. Sandstone is really quite resistant to contrast. At least in my opinion. When I was messing around with all the different materials you could put with this, the more contrast, the more difficult. And I think you have to contrast it with less saturated blocks. Sandstone is very yellow, but it's not heavily saturated. So if you put something saturated alongside it, it kind of overpowers it. At least that's my... Oh, there we go. Corrales got us. Corrales is probably hanging out over there, isn't he? I like that we can see his build from this area. I wonder if he's seen the castle yet. What about terracotta? Oh, white terracotta. Oh, we had a suggestion to try white terracotta and we never got around to it. We should totally just go throw that block down somewhere and see what it looks like, you know. Yeah, we got that suggestion last time and never got around to it. MCU is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also go prank Corrales. Ah, right. Now, I'm not into any of the comic stuff and the movies and all that. I've watched like 2 of them and I didn't like it. I've also got... oh, what's it called? Man, like, is it Black Panther? I've got that movie, but I've never just been in the mood to watch it. It's just, I just feel like it's just not the sort of stuff I'm into at all. Kind of movies I like drama movies. I like movies about people and then them being on like a journey, like having a character arc and they start in one place and end in another, and that doesn't have to be like big and dramatic and saving the world and the universe. It can be really simple sometimes, just like a little movie about like a moment in someone's life. That has got, that's like pink, isn't it? So it probably could work in there, but it's too fleshy. I don't think I'm going to go with that. That were a little less pink, I think that would be probably just about right. Apparently Black Panther is one of the better Marvel movies, says Space Cadet. Yeah, so the 2 that I watched were Deadpool and Ant-Man, and I felt like the Ant-Man movie really missed the opportunity to take advantage of the whole dynamic of him going small. Like, the action sequences didn't really like utilize what could have been done with that, I felt. And also, like, the guy's character was really just sort of shaky. Like, I don't like movies where they tell you why a character feels a particular way. I think it's so much better when you learn about a character through their actions, through their you know, what you see on screen. Whereas a lot of the characters like tend to be spoon-fed, I find. Like, a lot of exposition, you're given the reason why, right? You're told this is why this person acts this way and feels it. It's much better to see it happen, I think. As for the Deadpool one, it was just the humour for me, wasn't really my cup of tea. So, you know, with it being primarily comedy, it didn't really, like, you know. Odin's Dread says, I like Rise to the Top movies without gratification. Oh, that scrolled off the screen. I picked that one out because Rise to the Top, that's an interesting interesting way of putting it. People are saying Deadpool isn't MCU. Oh, well, you know, it's just part of the whole comic book stuff though, right? Just the other comic book thing, whatever the other one is. It's Marvel and DC, right? What do you think about Star Wars, says Desamak. I love the original movies. I've never dived deep into the extended worlds of Star Trek. Sorry, Star Wars. Do you like classical music? Have you ever seen Lawrence of Arabia? I love Lawrence of Arabia. That's a great movie. That's a great one, yeah. There are some really good classic movies, but I feel like the further back in time you go, the tone of movies kind of shifts a bit, right? Things were slower. I mean, if you've ever watched any of the original talkie movies, they are like, they don't hold up at all today. But like, when a movie's really good, it kind of doesn't matter too much what the tone or the pace was of the time. Like, a good movie is a good movie, right? And that movie's terrific. I've watched it a couple of times, I think. So now, chat is full of, have you seen this movie? Have you seen that one? Have you ever watched Casablanca? I've watched Casablanca and it didn't really stick in my mind. That's all I can say on that one. I gave it a try and it didn't make much of an impression. I didn't have much of an opinion on it either. We've got noises in the ear from Alberzio for 4 months. JBods2 with the Prime. DM Sicklebest. Notorious DPY. Sleo for 10 months. And GamerX85 for 36. Thank you ever so much, peeps. I appreciate it. Do you prefer books or movies? Says Biffwagon. Definitely movies. Just kind of grown up with movies, right? I have read books as a kid, and I appreciate books. It's just, it's a practiced thing. I get headaches trying to read a book as well, so that's like another barrier to entry. Right. Place some like, no, not like that. Place some like that, and then do this. Okay, now I kind of need... I'm getting better with this scaffolding slowly. One of the things I've learned recently is how you can kind of like you don't have to place off the scaffolding, you can kind of put it like one block over. Like if I do that, or not that, if I do that, I can put one here, right? By clicking there. It's good to know those little things. So if I want to put one here, I've got to hold shift, put it there. That's the only problem. Holding shift on scaffold with its like 2-level system kind of makes it a bit tricky. But again, I can just put one on the side of that, place this where I need it, and then we'll go like that. And then we need one there. And now they're all facing the correct direction, which is what we're trying to achieve, I guess. We will get there, peeps, with patience and perseverance. We got Awesome Tree doing cheers and bits, saying, what about light grey terracotta for the build? It's got a brownish shade that might work. Awesome Tree, I think we should go try that. Thank you ever so much for the cheers and bits. I appreciate the support and hope you're enjoying the stream. We've got Midnight Lover 96 gifting a sub to Tark Kokukayan. Wow, what a username. I definitely butchered that. Midnight Lover, thank you ever so much for supporting our community with a gifted sub. I appreciate that. Okay, what was it? Terracotta and light grey, I believe. Oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. Do we got them light greys? Do we got them? Because that's perfect English right there. Light grey, jeez. No. Aha. Yeah, that does look like a more suitable tone, doesn't it? It's like a duller brown mushroom block. We got Fizzy85 for 5 months saying, hi Asuma, interested to know if you can give me more info on the new LPMT. All I can tell you is that it will be coming out after 1.16 is released. So, you know, 1.16 comes out, then all the mods and Spigot and all this stuff need to come along later on and get updated, and at some point we'll be ready, but we don't have any date to give you at the moment. We're going to take our time with it though. There's going to be a lot of care put into it, I know that. Have you watched Studio Ghibli films like Cast in the Sky? Yeah, I watched one of them. I'd watched one of them before I knew what Studio Ghibli was, and it was alright, and then I tried to watch another one and it didn't do it for me. I just didn't get, I don't think I even finished watching it. Can't even remember what it was, so that was my experience. Right, that is the last of my drink. Okay, right, this block. See, I don't want to rip out anything it's going to be like too much work to put back in. Let's finish what we're doing up top and then goof around with that block after. I'll try and leave it on my hotbar to remember. Have you watched The Last Dance on Netflix? If not, I recommend it. I watched the first episode of it because I like sports and basketball's cool, but it just kind of felt like I wasn't very invested in it, right? Like, you know, I know the Chicago Bulls are, and I learned by watching it a little bit about their achievements, but it's just not, I don't know, like I'm not massively invested in it. But I enjoyed watching the first episode of that. Use Endstone. Endstone looks really quite bad with it. It's too saturated. Saturation is the key with the sandstone. You've got to realise it's not very saturated, and fell down. And therefore it can be tricky to find the right textures that work with it. We got a noise in here from Royal Planet with the Prime subscription, and that one fangirl is here with cheers and bits saying, according to Zodiac Siren, you and I need to stop being so similar. Alright. Also, have you seen any of the Lupin the Third movies? Well, maybe we're not that similar after all, because no, I've not seen those movies or heard of them, to be fair. Thank you ever so much, fangirl, for the cheers and bits. Appreciate it. What's your opinion on having the Nether update on Hermitcraft? My opinion is just that I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Okay, so what's next? We have this here to place, I believe. I believe. Oh no, that's not the way they go, is it? It's the other way. Oh, I thought it was going to be easy. Too easy. So... like that, pretty sure. Now I'm trapped somehow. I'm actually trapped. Right, hopefully someone else will sleep. They probably won't. Let's grab my... in fact, they're probably going to sleep once I get in the bed. Maybe not. Remember to make the stream torch. Yeah, we should try and do that today after we've placed down this birch and stripped it all. Right, where are we at? So it all goes in that direction. Well, I am getting the hang of this. Oh, or maybe not. Why ain't it going? Wait, what? This is confusing me. Hang on, I've got to place that there and this here. Right. Jeez. So then here. And up there, I guess. Nope, did it wrong. There we go. Okay. We're getting it done, peeps. We're getting it done. That's because doing this bit here is just a little bit easier, right? Because it's all in the right direction. See? Super easy. Golden Godnick is here for 3 months. And Grim the Assassin is here for 4 months. Thank you to the both of you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Elderhead says, I'd heard of Season 7 called Infinity. How long do you think Season 7 will continue for? And do you have themes or goals? And I missed the rest of that. Well, my plan for Season 7 is the jungle base and doing stuff in the Nether with that update. I kind of hope Season 7 actually is perhaps a shorter season. I really feel like we went into Season 6 with this like mega plan for a communal area, and it turned out fantastic. And it did obviously take a lot of time to do. Oh, that was silly. Oh, spider. No, spider. It's daytime. Oh well, that's what happened. Yeah, so yes, we went into Season 6 kind of knowing it was going to be like a big season, and Season 7 was more like there's not quite as big a arching idea, right, for everyone playing together. So I wouldn't mind this one being a bit of a shorter season. Don't know why, just that's the way I feel. Plus I'm also coming into this with this mega base plan that's like, although I'm loving it, I really got the desire to do something different at the same time. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing that next time. Have you heard of Unga Bunga? Isn't that like a Jungle Book thing? Unga Bunga. Season 8 confirmed, says Shadowfan. Of course, there'll be a Season 8, a Season 9. Will there be another minigames district, says Zora LP? We don't have one designated at this point in time, I can tell you that. But that might all change, who knows? Have you heard of the High Elves? I've not heard of the High Elves. Okay, right, we're going to land about here. Oh yeah, we've got sand to put back. There you go, it's been put back. Yeah, we're going to land about here and do the scaffolding for the next bit from this spot. And my inventory be filling up with odds and sods that we might not need. We got Celera Dragfang here subscribing. Thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We got Drailer09 with 3 months saying Season 7 could possibly end with a cave update in the future. If that's the next update that Minecraft do, possibly. However, I believe it won't be because 1.17 will most likely be a smaller update, right? Like they're on this idea of like alternating big and small. So 1.15 was quite technical oriented, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing again, where they have a smaller update and they do a bunch of technical stuff, right? And then work on the big feature update after. So I would anticipate that Season 7 will probably have 1.16 and 1.17. Snowier snow, yeah. The most technical feature of all. Snowier snow. And we're out, we need more. Right, one there, and then we need one up there. I'm getting the hang of this stuff, aren't I? Now the next one is here. Oops, that might not be rotated correctly. Yeah, every now and then my mouse, like I click it once but I get a double click come through. It's kind of annoying. So we now need them in... Here comes that annoying shifting again. Oh, I can get through here, can I? We need them in those positions. And that, my friends, I believe is my cue to run away because I need the toilet. I'll be right back. Nothing like a relieved bladder, right? Whew. Whew, that's good. Right. While I was urinating, as you so want to know about, I was thinking about what I'm doing later in the day and all that. And I want to make some concrete. So I was thinking maybe what we'll do is head over to the shopping district, collect some diamonds, and count up how much concrete of different colours we make, and maybe even just make that stuff on stream and get it all prepped, because I'm going to have to do some like serious AFKing for concrete, because it needs like a seriously big stock up. Right, there we go. BTS question, what hardware are you running? What's BTS stand for? I'm running this hardware. The Intel with the 9s and the gigahertz, and also the The G-Force with the 2.8 and the RT. Yeah, that thing. That techno babble. Behind the scenes. Oh, right. It's not behind the scenes. It's like... I don't know. Maybe it is. Christos694 is here with the Prime. Thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. Rengery says, how do you have only 88 frames with that setup? Damn. Great question. Because the game's performance hinges on its frame rate. So if you have a high frame rate, you will lower the game's performance as it prioritizes frames. So best practice is to keep max frame rate somewhere above 60. You might be better with 70, but I just decided to go for 90. So it keeps it above 60, but then it doesn't generate too many frames that it lowers the game's performance. That's just the way it was written. Might sound counterintuitive. Sometimes things in computering are a little bit counterintuitive. Okay, we're going to pick up all of this, pick up all of that. Oh, I did want to build a staircase for this. That was a plan, but... yeah, I'm going to have a real head scratcher what I want to put in here. Because I think it could be a really great project. So I don't want to rush anything. We need to actually use the scaffolding to go up to the top area and finish all the birchwood. We didn't do that, you see. Okay, so the middle appears to be about there. Oh, there we go. Why did X post a video just now? It's 3:15. That's my... Actually, on a weekend, it's supposed to be 1:15. That's my posting time. So episodes come out at 3:15. If it's a weekend, it'll be 1:15. If it's not an episode, if it's something on my second channel, then that's what it will be, basically. Or when it will be. Ugh, fell down. How are your builds so nice, says Katie is me. Well, this build wasn't really built by me. It was built by Pearlescent Moon. So if you're judging me on this one, well, geez, you should see some of the other monstrosities that I've built. I would say the key to building good is time and effort. So many builds start off in a frustrating place where you place a few blocks and you can't see the bigger picture yet, and it makes it hard to continue. But I think when you're building, you need to put about 10 to 20 minutes of continuously trying something and getting a shape going and getting something bigger, and once you start to hit a bit of a groove, it can be quite fun. But the key is persistence in trying. You have to build bad before you can build good, right? You learn from mistakes in the way that you learn from what doesn't look good and what does look good. So if you want to become a better builder, it's really just about trying. And the other thing is that you can learn from other people. You can go onto YouTube, watch tutorials, look at other people's builds, and you have to look at them in a way, not that looks good, but why does that look good? Is it the color scheme you like? Is it the shape? And you try and break those things down into concepts that you can then apply to your own building, right? The buildings I built over there that we'll have a little fly around in a second, they've got some conceptuality behind them that makes it kind of easy for me to make them, because they've got shared aesthetics and ideas around them. And yeah, once you got something like a theme going and you figure out how to do it, it can be kind of easy to stay on track with that. Right, now I think that's the last of it that needs to be stripped, and that's actually the last of this that we're doing for now. Right, I don't think there was any... Oh, there was that texture, and I said I would try it somewhere. I'm thinking that section there of sandstone might be interesting. And it's going to be easy to replace, so... In goes the ender pearl. Did you know that steak/pork chops are better than golden carrots by 0.4%? Well, it depends how you weigh it up. But my experience with steak and pork chops is that you eat less overall, which sometimes is the better thing. But you do get more saturation with golden carrot. But I think that's quite nerfed. I used to be a big proponent of the golden carrots, but I think the other stuff's probably a little bit better. That's got potential. I feel like that could work there, you know. But would it be a case of too many colours in the palette now? Maybe we'll just replace the whole thing and see what happens, right? When is the next episode? X, says Robert. It'll be on Monday. Mondays and Fridays are going to be my episodes now. I kind of played around with that idea for 1 week and then immediately pivoted back to like going full throttle. And then I found out that I might have to make some like adjustments with my time in the coming weeks for other people. So because of that, I decided actually let's focus on this, getting into a rhythm with this idea of doing 2 Hermitcraft episodes a week, as I might have to, yeah, might have to just like dedicate more time to other things for a while. This thing could even go like into this space by the looks of it. So let's bring it around here. A little contrast in this area might be a good thing. It's slightly mauve. I like that though. It's slightly mauve. How high up did that bit go? All the way there? I think it went, yeah, of course it did. And then you'll be underneath that. There we go, got it. Why do you like Minecraft? There are better games, says Fiancy098. Well, saying better is subjective. That's about your subjective experience. There is an objectively better computer game. The reason that I like Minecraft is because it is a creative space in which to express yourself. You, through, you know, architecture, building, community playing together, there's many ways to express yourself. There's also technical challenges, which I really like, doing stuff with redstone, building mob farms, figuring out in-game mechanics and exploiting them is a lot of fun. But most of all, I think the really cool thing about Minecraft is that when you're in a world, it's like, it's a world, right? It's like, you can take pride in your home, the things that you own, you know, like the things in your worlds that you use. And in Minecraft, those things become fantastical, right? You just build crazy structures and shapes, and it's like you're building a world that you then live in when you play, and that is really appealing for me. It's so much fun. Okay, we've got a sandstone box behind us, which, you know, we're accumulating a lot of this now, so that can all go in there. And we're grabbing, I think we're probably only going to need 1 more stack. If not, we'll fly over here for the gazillionth time, right? It's a family game where even us oldens can play with the grandchildren, says Mining Mama. Yeah, it translates all ages. It's very simplistic for children to pick up and understand and play. And if you're older and you're going to have like a deeper experience with a game, it's got it on so many different levels. It's wonderful. Will there be a Civil War version 2? Probably not. Like, the Civil War is the Civil War. We should be excited for the next thing, right? Like, you can't just have Civil Wars every season. It would just be a bit silly. One of the reasons I like playing Minecraft is that no matter how much you know, there's still something new to learn about the game, says Bajon Ollie. There is, there really is. I'm always like discovering little things. Like scaffolding is an interesting one. The more you use it, the more like you see the different ways of using it when it's useful. You learn its quirks and you fall off of it. Someone says stack's probably not enough. I'm starting to think that now. I thought we only had a little bit more to do, but we've got this round the side, haven't we? Okay, so that there is the awkward bit. It's probably only going to be a stack and a bit though. Like, we're pretty close to being done now. So there's just one bit of wall left to do. That's it. I recently transferred from modded, so 1.12.2 is quite a big jump, and it feels like a whole new game, says Brigand the Dryad. Yeah, the 1.13 since then is just, the updates have been tremendous, right? Look at that, we got enough. Sweet. It's a bit plain, isn't it? Is it so? My only complaint with that. And I think there isn't enough of the structure that's like told about. But I think I can modify this in a way that would look really cool. I got some ideas for that. So I don't think we need to worry about that. I got some really cool ideas for how to make that look more interesting. But it's nice to try and incorporate more colours anyway, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'll be able to come back here and when we finish off this project, do something cool with that. Right, so it's time to pick these things up and put them away. As always, in this game, really good idea to be organised with all of your tools and the things that you do. Do I have a bucket in my inventory? I do. Put that in there. So yeah, keeping yourself organised just makes everything easy. Work blocks, scaffolding goes in here, no crafting bench. I'll put bone meal in there since it's the same colour. Green with some saplings. And that's kind of all I can do at the moment, right? So I like to try and keep these things over on the left of my inventory, but they always find their way elsewhere in the inventory, like without a doubt. Okay, and then just put them back in order. So work blocks, wood, white and green into those spaces, and we good. We out of here. We out of here, peeps. Right, let's open up my document of things we're going to do. Yeah, so that's a little bit grindy. We'll do that in a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to work on that terracotta there to integrate it, but I think all the changes we made today looking terrific. Although I do think if you took out the brown that we put in and put in a softer colour, it would probably look a little better, but I'm happy with that. Stream Torch, says Tiny Boy Digital. Stream Torch. Let's think of something creative today, right? Let's think of something creative. What can we... I mean, Zed's done some interesting ones over time. What's something that we can pass on that would be interesting, like a challenge? Dragon egg. No, I'm not looking for just like an item. I'm thinking it's something you got to do, right? Tame a horse. Grey glass. That's a good one. Press the button. Could tell them to do that. Is green a creative colour? Depends if you're using it creatively, probably. Suspicious stew. Yeah, that's an alright one, but you can't stack it up. I think TNT was the one that Zed used that I really liked. I don't want to do that again, though. But thinking of that, that's why it was so good, because it creates an explosion. So what other block creates something in the world? I can't really think of anything. Like, you could give a sapling, but you'd need to grow it and place it on the ground, so that doesn't make any sense. Pufferfish, yeah, pufferfish in a bucket. We've done that before, I'm pretty sure. Ender pearl. Ooh, in case you accidentally click it. But then what's the penalty, right? We'd need to express what the penalty is. End crystal. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's find us a ghast tier. I don't think I even have a ghast tier. Oh, I do. I've got 15. That's good. Right, let's get some obsidian. And some glass. Oh, wait, that's a beacon. That's a beacon right there. Wait, what's a... Oh, God, I've forgotten what it is. I don't think I've even made one this season. Well, luckily for us, we got this. Eye of Ender and glass. That's super duper cheap. I think I might even have an Eye of Ender lying around. Or maybe not. Anyway, Ender pearls. Blaze powder, or just one then. Just one. Make that Eye of Ender. Not the cut sandstone. That's not what I'm trying to make. Where'd be that chest? There you go. Go in there. Okay. I've got to put it on my hotbar as well now. So it's 24:05 20. Keep on. I know it's not going to fit. Hot bar. It's pretty close. So, what's the easiest way to say keep on hot bar? Keep hot bar? Always hot bar? Right, one less. Oh, what's going on there? No, offhand is mean. Offhand is just disaster. Imminent. Imminent disaster is what a hot bar offhand is. On hot bar, people are saying. Yeah. Keep hot bar. On hot bar. Any less than that, or hot bar only? That might work. Yeah. Stream talk. Hot bar only. I mean, it's not very direct, right? Like, you might misinterpret it, but you're going to think about it, and then you're probably going to understand what it means. Alright, so noises in the ear. We got up to Christos694. And we got the one and only Cuplex for 38 months. Welcome, Cuplex. Good to see ya. Ethan for Alloway is here with Cheers and Bits saying, what's your opinion on is the best addition to MC? I'm going to say Shulker boxes. Just, I really, like, thinking back to the days, I was talking with the Hermits about this the other day. We were talking about dispensers and stuff. You know, when us Hermits get together, we do actually talk about stuff beyond Minecraft, okay? We're not that, not that, like, Minecraft oriented. But we talk about Minecraft as well, right? Let's fly around the base a little bit so some of you can see the builds so far. I got an amazing build for this furnace right here. It's going to be super cool. So, we were talking about dispensers and stuff, and I remembered back in Season 2, I made a time-lapse that took me hours of me crafting dispensers. It used to be so grindy. I had to transport all these materials around, put them in a place, develop a technique for crafting the dispensers because they were so awkward back then. And now it's just so much easier, and still a little bit of a grind. But anyway, back in the day when you were doing mega projects, you used to take trips back and forwards, like moving materials to places, and that's just been cut out of the game, which I'm so pleased about. So I'd say Shulker Box is probably my all-time favourite addition. The Elytra would probably be a close second, yeah. Yeah, we got Dr. Property here for 3 months. Tomato22 is here with the Prime. Novi Goats with the Prime. The P2P with the Prime. G-Pax for 2 months. Jenny80 with the Prime. And Jenny80 is also donating. Thank you so much for supporting the channel here. Saying, hi X, love the Hermitcraft content so much. Maybe you could give Iskal a streaming llama as next. What do you think? I mean, the thing with having a streaming pet or llama is that it's going to be a pain to move it around here. So we don't really want to inhibit anyone, but we do want to create a little bit of excitement, right? Like you accidentally place the stream torch. It's fun and shenanigans. There might be a little bit of destruction, but that's cool. Oh wait, that's just a spoiler right there, isn't it? Basically, that's just a spoiler. We're going to head over to this area and take down some notes. You should look at your base with RTX on, says Regenator. I don't know how to get the RTX thing. I haven't been like sent it or anything. So they sent me the graphics card though, but not the game. Right. All of that's good. Well, is it? Because we didn't sell anything. Diamonds, diamonds, show me those diamonds. Don't know why I'm singing. Well, you do, because I've got diamonds, but, yeah. Disturbed Puppy says this gal converted the Hermitcraft world to Bedrock for RTX. Yes, he did, yeah. They don't send you the game, it's on Windows 10 edition. I've got Windows 10 edition. Oh, right, is it oh, I see. Is it like a plug-in then? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, stone we'll get to go in here, I guess. We're pretty full on stone. There it is. I had a shulker box with more of this. This has been like a great shop. It's just so simple to accumulate this stuff. But obviously other hermits, if they're not digging on a regular basis or whatever, then it becomes convenient for them. So, super cool. Super duper cool, yo. Right, I'm going to chuck some of this back in here. And we should have a little bit more of it lying around. X, you can only place the end crystal on obsidian or bedrock. Well, people travel through the Through the Nether. Right, that's bedrock. That's a good point, actually. Because you can put it anywhere, but you've got to put that obsidian down first. Well, maybe someone will place it on the roof of the Nether. You know? Maybe. Fingers crossed. Maybe we should rename this to Hotbar Only. Also, run around on Nether spamming right click. Then there's more likelihood of that happening, right? More likelihood. Cool. We'll keep them in here for now. Also, it looks cool on the hotbar. It looks cool, you know? We can have that. Can't we have nice things? I think that's done its job already. Oh, no, it's picking things out. Ah, look at that. We've got more blocks to go. Well, anyway, we'll leave that there. A few more things to check. Someone brought some diorite. Awesome. 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 Look at all those diamonds. Whew. Well, there's a place we can go get some andesite. I need to stock up on that. So we'll probably handle that. What was the other thing? I had another thing on my stream list, by the way. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah, you know, that can be done another time. I think we'll probably go get some more andesite later. So, we got to go to the right end of the shop, first of all. Got to go to the right bit. Big Merc 77 is here for 40 months. Time flies when you're entertained. Also, I'm having... really enjoying your base this season. It's so unique. Thank you, dude. I'm loving it too. I feel like we just hit a really good note with it. And it's got a long way to go. I'm sort of focusing on the big towers. The honey blocks. Oh, that's where the money is. Let's go restock. Let's go restock right now. I guess a full shulker box -1, right? Is what we need. I don't even think I've got that much. We'll find out. We will find out. Hey X, do you like jazz? Says I love Toasty Live. I love jazz. I got quite a few jazz records on my phone, and a song came on the other day, and I really loved the mood of it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of jazz. The song, I don't know who the song was by, but what I find fascinating about jazz is that it does this thing sometimes where it feels like they're playing around all the notes that you know. Like there are notes that come in sequences that express moods, right? Like major is happy, minor is sad, to put it in a kind of like simplistic manner, I guess. Woo! Jeez, we got honey. Oh, the honey is backed up again, has it? I guess I've been in this area a lot, so this makes sense. But yeah, sometimes they just play with these scales that feel like they're playing around the notes that you're actually listening to. A band called Meshuggah does this. I love Meshuggah guitar solos. There's this one track called Glints Collide, right? And when the solo comes in, it's like someone's clubbed you around the head and then started spinning you around, because the notes just go woola 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 woola, like they're just dizzying and they go all over the place. But it feels like it's almost intentionally every note is not the next note you think you want to hear, and it's like the melody is almost like in between all of that craziness. It's so interesting, and I love how like emotional it is, even when it's like not fully making sense. It's just super cool. What was that sound, says Lucaro? That was me trying to make the sound of the Glints Collide solo. It was like woola woola woola. I don't know. Clip that if you want to. Clip it and remix it. Jeez, whatever. Jazz is just amazing, says Lol Mistro. It is, it is. I love it. Great music. There was that Jazz Sabbath record recently as well. That thing was blatantly a hoax, but it was trying to market itself as like being serious, but it wasn't done in a funny way. So it really kind of like the humor of it fell flat on me. But I'm pretty sure the Jazz Sabbath thing is like a joke, and the idea is that Tony Iommi didn't write any of the riffs, and it was actually a jazz band that he ripped off, and the guy went into a coma, and it was all a bit silly. But like listening to Black Sabbath done jazz style was pretty cool, pretty entertaining. Right, let's get some of these bottles up there, and my goodness me, we've got a lot of honey, but we've got to restock. I said it would be a full shulker box. The thing is, we're selling them at half a stack, and I was going to lower the price, but I think we might just wait a little bit longer. I don't know who brought all those honey blocks, but we'll keep it at half a stack, probably for one more round, because it's going to drain a bit more of us. Oh, that's it, we're out. So we weren't backed up too far. That's cool. Well, this is the last of it then. Let's get this done. Iskal brought it all. Ah, okay. Let's see. Iskal is online, right? Oh, is he watching? Because he just put an arrow in chat. Maybe we can make a bulk deal for Iskal then. Let's see if he needs any more. And that's it. Restocked. This thing now fills up all the way to the last hopper. I can't believe we've got all of them. Oh, he realised he didn't need it. No refunds! No refunds! Oh. Oh, hilarious. Okay, so we need a little bit more space than we have on us. I think if we fill up this, we're probably going to be pretty close, right? Like, what was it, like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, sounds about right. We'll fill all that up. We got a lot of honey. We got a lot of honey. We got a lot of honey. But now we don't. Because it's going into the shop. Right, that's terrific. That is terrific. Also, oh, I need to eat some food. There we go. Does anyone know how to fix the Minecraft micro stutters on a decent PC? Says hello, Harold. If you're playing in like an old or like a long-lived world, Minecraft does this thing where it just picks up weird like frame rate issues in various areas over time. We had in season 4 it was Wells Night Space. In season 5 I don't remember something specific, but I think everyone probably picked up a bit of shakiness here and there. Actually, I'm not really remembering. I just remember season 4 really well. That was a great example of it. But Vintage Beef has started to pick up one of those things in his base. Mumbo, says Echo Art. Yeah, Mumbo's base had it quite often. But that was so obvious why it was Mumbo's in season 5. It's because he built everything with coloured glass. And so when you moved around it, it meant that your computer had to redraw the transparency, right? So like if I look in this direction and it's all solid blocks, then the computer draws solid blocks. But if there is glass, then it draws a solid block behind the glass. And if there are 2 layers of glass, then it has to draw it twice. Like when you do the glass fade effect, that can sometimes get a bit laggy on a large scale. It's because the game is redrawing all the different shades of colour through the transparency. So Mumbo's base was just a nightmare for that. That was before I had a better computer as well. Yeah, there we go, 1 for 32. So when I would fly over there, I mean, he had a beefy monster computer, so it weren't no problem for him. When I would fly over there, I'd get some serious shakiness, because as I move around, the computer is redrawing all the different angles, right? There we go, look at that, restocked. Restocked. And I think next time we restock, we'll probably end up upping the amount of honey blocks, because yeah, doing pretty good on that front. What's supposed to go? Where's my valuables? Oh. Where is that? Did I put it down somewhere? Hang on, we got to find that. That's my valuables. I probably opened it at my... I opened it at my base because we looked for obsidian. That's what we did. Right. Pros Mug is here subscribing. We got Kunga Decade with the Prime subscription. Soldier Boy 27. Emperor Kira with the Prime. And James on Drake Riches and Bits saying, whoa, I finally can catch one of your streams. Working a night shift in the US means me going to bed before y'all do on your Hermitcraft streams. I am trying to do time zone stuff in my head and it is not working. James on Drake, thank you so much for the cheers and bits. You successfully confused my little brain. Jeez. Cheers. Have you heard of the card game Bridge? Yes, I do know of Bridge. It's a classic card game, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to do is write down what we need to stock everything up. But I'm probably just going to... Let's run it from the shop and just get 9 extra of everything. So we'd fill up our discount as well. Because I haven't filled up the discount in a while, and I feel like that's an important part of bringing people over here. So we need to keep the discount stocked. Jeez! Jeez Louise! Oh! Oh my goodness me! Oh! The diamonds! Right, so we need to do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do 8 plus 9. 17 orange is what I need to write down. Cool, next one. Yellow. So 9, 12, 15, plus another 9, 24. Yellow be 24, I wrote down. That's what I wrote down, peeps. Okay, no need for glowstone. I'll fill that up fully in my own time. So 8 green, plus another, what's that, 5, so 13. 22 stacks of green is what we need. 22 stacks of green. We got more cheers and bits from James on Drake, saying, breaking your brain, eh? Let me help you out. It's about 7:45 AM here. I work nights from 7:30 to 6 AM. Ah, gotcha. So you've been off work for about an hour 45. Cool. Well, thank you ever so much for the cheers and bits. I appreciate that. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. So yeah, it's morning. 7:45. It's like 6 hours. Wait, 6? Yeah. 6 hours difference. G-Stav is here for 52 months. My goodness me. Saying 25 days. 25 days? Oh my days. 25 days. 2. Plus, what's that? 12, 14, 23. 23. Need to put this on a different screen. It'll make it easier to work with. Here we go. There we go. That's good. Right. Cyan is 23. I'm blue. Da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba doo da ba doo da ba da. 18 of those. That song, like that was a prime time radio song for when I was a kid, and used to listen to radio in the car, and I can never remember if I liked that song or not. It was definitely on the repetitive side, or like, you know, like if you wanted to torture yourself by listening to a song forever, that would be a good candidate for it. I'm not putting the song down, I just think it's one of those ones that would be intolerable over such a long period. Who's building with the lime? Whose base has got loads of lime in it? Alright, so 27 plus 30, 33, 42 lime. Now what I might do is I might stack a percent on, like for every 10 stacks I'll do an extra one, because it kind of shows popularity or something, right? So you stock up a little bit more. Big Friendly says probably Iskall. Yeah, lime's an Iskall colour, but he's not building with that this season, right? I don't think. Tango. Oh, right. Is Tango built like a new tower that's all lime or something? 7. And, well, 7 and 9, 16. And 7 again. That's 23, right? Plus 9. Oh, I got the same song with Freestyler by Bombfunk MC. Midnight. I loved that track when I was a kid. That was the same kind of era, right? Let's do that again. Was it 23? 7. 7 again. 14. 23. 32. 32 red. Man, I've got some concrete grinding to do today, haven't I? Oh, so people think it's cub and it's crystals. Got ya. Well, we know we need to do, you know, 27, 50, is it 54? And then 63 white. And I reckon that's a clear indication that we'll do way more than 63 anyway. I mean, I'm going to use some. Corrales has been using some, so that's a sign of what to do. 8, and that's 10 in total. Plus the extra 9, so 19. We're doing 19 purple peeps. Grey is going to be same as white. Grey X63. I'm listening to your Jungle Tree song. Oh, right, the remix. Yeah. By, is it TA Music? Alison98 is here for 8 months, saying just woke up now, glad caught your stream still. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. And if you're just tuning in, 7,300 views. Whoa! Goodness me, the pressure is on. Right. Better not mess this up. Okay. Need to go to livestream.hermitcraft.com and look at the schedule. Jeez, because the rest of the day is a Hermitcraft livestream day. 63 plus 9 equals 72, says Hermes. No, it's 54 plus 9 equals 63. We'd already added the 9. Peeps, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to hit the follow button. This is the first part of a Hermitcraft livestream day. Next up is Iskal. And if you want to find out Iskal's channel or any other hermits and see the schedule and the time zones, livestream.hermitcraft.com is the place to go. So 9/18/27 for that one. I'm glad we decided to do this. This is a good idea. 3 and what's that? 7, 10, 19 light grey. Yeah, so now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I know what we've missed. We've missed these two over here. James on Drake has subscribed. James on Drake, thank you for the cheers and bits. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. So 13 pink. Sweet. Over here in purple, it's 3 and 4, 7. Plus 9, 16. Wait, is that purple? It's magenta. Magenta. And I've spelt it wrong. What a dirt. We've already got some of these down below as well, I believe. Although I did do a run around the other day, so maybe I've used up most of that. But look at those diamonds. 22 each. You know, it started off on a high with that yellow one, didn't it? And then it didn't turn out to be so fortuitous. But that's some serious diamondage right there. I'm the only one on the server. For those of you asking me in chat, Iska will be on in a minute, I'm sure. I'm looking forward to a TFC live stream. I don't know where TFC's at the moment. He hasn't really communicated too much with us, which is fine. You know, he's doing his thing. But he's not part of the stream day. He would be welcome to be, of course. Yeah, so we could just take some of what's here and add that to the workload today. Just going to organise this a bit because it's messy. Is there any other stuff? I remember putting some over to the side as I was moving stuff about. So I think I was putting like incomplete stuff over here. But yeah, there's actually like some of this that we could just take care of now, I guess. So there's like 4 stacks of magenta. We'll put them down the bottom once they become their own thing, right? Also, over here, B. Rallis diamonds, bam, and my diamonds, bam. I take mine out more frequently than Corrales does, right? So the bottom row is reserved for the incomplete stacks, I guess. That's how we're looking at it. Okay, and then that's it. So there's all the incomplete stuff. Let's go put these in the system. Alright, TFC's going home on Tuesday. Okay, cool. We got TFC a new PC. So when he comes back, he might be setting that up first. I don't know. Alright. Ren's online. Hey, Ren. And Zed. What do we got? Magenta. What's in this area? Cyan and light blue is, I believe. And green. So 1 less green. 4 less light blue. Let me modify my numbers. Green is now 21. I don't see light blue on here, funny enough. And I don't have blue twice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've missed 2 colours. I don't see white on here. Oh, I think I somehow managed to... Wait, no, there's white. Oh, miss. Oh, no. This is terrible. It's all a big mess now. It's all a big mess. So I got orange. I got yellow. Then we have green. Then we have cyan. Cyan is around the corner. So I'm going to guess I kind of missed light blue, right? So that's 7. And then that's 10, 12. So 21. Light blue 21. Let's put that down. Let's say we missed that one, right? What's this with derps and all that? Jeez. Stop calling everything a derp. So 3 less cyan. So we'll lower that one to just 20. And then we got blue on here as well. So we did blue. Okay, so we must have missed something on the next floor as well. What happened to Wells Night this season, says Faint Rob. Well, he joined season 7. Okay, 2 more. Lime. There we go. We've got 2 more purple. Purple is also on this list, so I'll modify that. What did I miss then? Red's on here? We got 1 more red, so 1 less of that. Man, the amount of derp faces in chat. There's a bunch of fiends hanging out over here. What colour? Brown! I skipped over brown. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, right? Not very popular, this one. So brown gets 15. And we got it all now. We just need to put magenta over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Reduce that number down to 12. And kablamo. We, my friends, have got a list of things that I need to make later on in the day. So we got noises in the ear. We got Pro Smug with the cheers and the bits. Thank you ever so much, dude. Appreciate it. Mr. Roboduda is here for 2 months saying good morning all. And Peraz02 is here with the Prime. Thank you, Peraz. Appreciate it. Are all the dyes looking different? A vanilla tweaks thing, says Jack. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is, Jack. Vanilla tweaks on your screen. Do you want your dyes to look like that? Vanilla tweaks. You know? Do you want your sticky pistons to look like that on the side? Right there. Vanilla tweaks. What else is tweaks around here? You know? Is that upside down? I feel like that's upside down. I'm sure there's something else that's been tweaked. If it's been tweaked and it looks amazing, vanilla tweaks. That's all you got to remember, really. That's all you got to remember. Now, how much do you want me to press the dirt button? Tell me, people in chat. How much? How much does it mean to you? Okay, don't spam. Don't spam. Let's get some thoughts. Let's get some emotions outpoured. Let's get paragraphs. I want heart-wrenching poetry about the dirt button. Okay? Give me my dopamine. That sounds about right. 1000%, gazillions, a lot, 100%. You're telling me that what you really need right now is a few pixels on the screen to just be changed a little bit. Oh, please change those little pixels so it goes from a 0 to a 1. My life will be complete if you do that. Will it now? Will it really? Is it really going to make that much? Do you know what? I'm gonna hover my finger over the dirt button. Imagine if I, like, literally right now moved or just accidentally slipped and pressed it, right? I mean, that would be the real dirt, wouldn't it? If I accidentally pressed it. Anyway, bunch of dirt fiends. It's just a number on a screen. Get over it. Get over it. I'm not going to press it. Apparently there's a new shop over here. I want to go quickly check that out. We are like right on time though. I was thinking about building a shop in this little space actually. Right, so it's here. This is different. I don't know. This is very like... This is a witch farm. This is a witch farm. This over here is a witch farm. What is this? What is... Payments, yeah. But how much? Oh, it's a book. Should have just read the book. Memberships. 1 diamond per visit per person. Gold tier. Make a purchase at the Redstone. Oh, this is like the last page. Junk for junk. Ah, okay. Right. I'll have to figure out how that works and see if it's going to be profitable or not. We got Big Mug 77 with the cheers and the bits, saying for the deep. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Was that supposed to say derp? Barbao 001 has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Thank you so much. Right, it is literally like a minute to go and there's no Iskall. Iskall is live though, apparently, so I'm guessing he's going to log in a second and we can hand him the torch. You pressed it, says Chaos. What did I press? I don't recall pressing. No, we opened up a lectern. There's no button. I mean, lectern does redstone, but yeah. Apparently you're almost at 8k. Well, that's so cool. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Iskall's next. Be sure to hit the follow button before you head over to Iskall, though. Assume the dirt button is very important. The button keeps people's lives intact. Living with the coronavirus will be a little more doable. Derpy derpy is a lifestyle. I didn't get to read the rest of that, but thank you for writing a paragraph. Man, I need a chat pause button. Hello. Where art thou? Iskall of... Oh, just where art thou? Where art thou? The music stopped. No. Oh, the pain's in my side. Victory Demon's Blood, thank you ever so much for your subscription. Appreciate it. I meet you at Never Ceiling. Yes. Never is good. Also spam right click, Iskall. Oh, right. This was a great stream, by the way. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. What's been going on in and around my channel? If you want to see the best of episodes 11 to 20, that was published on my second channel yesterday. So you can go there and watch it if you want later today or whenever. And there'll be an episode of Hermitcraft tomorrow. That's what's going on right now. I hear someone is here. There he is. There's the man. We're going to go raid Iskall now. So I've passed the torch. That means I'm going to go hit the raid button in my stream. Here we go. Raiding Iskall. Peeps. Hit that raid button. And I will see you all soon with another one. Also, thank you to Energy HL for the 2-month free subscription. Appreciate ya. That's it, peeps. Hit the raid button. See ya. Bye-bye.